Welcome to the first episode of the Bionicle Hero Show. Today we will be looking at a bunch of stuff about Bionicle, which makes sense because it's in my name. First off, in this episode, we shall look at the character of the day. The character of the day is Ahkmou, a Matoran carver originally from Po-Metru. His rivalry with Anua led him to deal with the Dark Hunter Nidiki to obtain the 6 Great Discs. Frustrated in this and captured by Anua, he reluctantly joined the Toa-Metru in their efforts to find the discs and defeat the Morbuzak plant. He was briefly part of the merged being Matoran Nui, but split off to pursue his own destiny. Ahkmou was one of the 6 Matoran initially rescued from the Colosseum by Toa-Metru. During voyage to Matanui Island, Ahkmou's sphere was lost. It lay on the bottom of an underground river until found by Makuta. By that time, evidence had been discovered that by the Toa-Metru that Ahkmou may have been destined to become a Toa of Stone. That evidence later proved to be false. Ahkmou would later reappear on Matanui as a trader, selling Koli balls infected with Makuta's darkness, which, if you've played Matanui online, Takua has to deal with them, which leads him to an underground cave filled with the infected balls. And then Anua comes, and you have to help him fight off this Rahi. And because he was blinded, you have to tell him where to kick the stones to hit the creature. Well, not the creature, the pillars holding up the cave, and it would collapse on the creature. That was the plan, but it didn't work out, and the creature got away. I'm sorry, not Anua. Anua was the Toa of Earth. Pohatu who was the Toa who teamed up with Takua to fight off the Rahi. Now it's time for Weapon of the Week. Acid Shield. Tool carried by the Levac. This shield secreted a special acid that could eat through any substance on the island of Matanui in a matter of seconds. It's music video time, boys and girls.
Something catch your eyes untold. Fear of darkness lingers here. Tremble as you get the fear. Now you're on the cornerstone, fearing you'll be left alone. Who will lose? Who will prevail? Who will tell the final tale? what's new is cool. As you realize what's wrong, the dirt under your feet is gone. The enemy will sing your eyes. Now it's time to make it right. You better make it right. Do you know what it takes to be a hero? When you're lost, a piece of love, a piece of you. Do you have what it takes to meet the fearless? In your heart, to grow up strong and undo wrong. To grow up strong and undo wrong. What it takes to be a hero. To grow up strong and undo wrong. What it takes to be a hero. To grow up strong and undo wrong. What it takes to be a
Guess what time it is now? It's story time. This story is Into the Darkness, voiced by Greg Farsty.
Into the Darkness, Chapter 1. Towamatoro swam silently through the black waters of the pit. Behind him, the robot guardian named Maxilos followed. To Matoro, it felt like having the shadow of doom hanging over him, for he knew what no one else did, that the mechanical body of Maxilos was possessed by the spirit of the evil Makuta. "Why so quiet?" asked Makuta in the hollow voice of Maxilos. "We have seen death and destruction today with the promise of much more to come. We have seen heroes behaving like villains. You yourself have done things even I would be reluctant to do. It is a time for celebration." "Shut up," said Matoro. "I'm doing only what I have to do to save the life of Motunui, a life you put in jeopardy." Makuta laughed. "Think what you like, little Toa, and try to avoid admitting to yourself that you are one bad day, one moment of cruelty, one fit of rage away from being me." Makuta swam past Matoro and then veered down toward the sea bottom. "Come with me. I want to show you something." "What?" asked Matoro. "Call it an answer to some of your questions," replied Makuta. He led Matoro down at the depths of the black water. There they came to a great gap in the sea floor. "I discovered this shortly after taking over the body of Maxilos. It's an entrance to the original pit, the prison once inhabited by the Baraki and others like them. There is something down there I think you should see." "How do I know this isn't a trap?" asked Matoro. "You don't," answered Makuta. "But surely a strong and brave Toa like yourself fears nothing. Follow me." Makuta swam down through the opening. Matoro watched him go until the crimson form had disappeared into the pit. The Toa of Ice checked his Kodak blaster, readied himself for anything that might happen, and followed his greatest enemy into the darkness. To be continued.